Since his coming to power, he had made sure that his mantra remains transformation, transforming every sector of our national life, even transforming the pension sector. The laws are better, the environment more enabling, the people more welcoming. Today we have him here with us to give power, presidential power, to what we're doing here today. It's therefore my honor and pleasure to welcome the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to officially declare this session open.
Thank you. Please be seated. The Excellencies, the governors and deputy governors representing their governors are here with us. Let me especially thank you, especially those states that have keyed into the pension scheme, and of course some of you will be appreciated this evening for an award. No matter what the federal government is doing, if it does not cascade down to the states, our people will never have the required benefits. I appreciate your commitment. Members of the National Assembly here with us, especially the chairs of the pension committees, members of the Federal Executive Council, the founders and chairmen of the World Pension Summit, thank you for being here to drive this process. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, let me warmly welcome you all to this historic first edition of the World Pension Summit, Africa Special. I'm particularly pleased to address this distinguished gathering on an issue of overriding importance to people and families, governments, and nations. Pension is globally recognized, occupies a strategic place in national socio-economic development. It's not only a vital component of social security, also a veritable vehicle for nation building. Indeed, investment in pension has profound impact on the well-being of pensioners, society, and the economy at large. As such, it is imperative that stakeholders in this life-shaping industry engage constantly in dialogue to bolster management frameworks and practices in their respective jurisdictions. It's therefore heartwarming that this summit brings together highly accomplished pension practitioners and experts from Africa and around the world, especially the co-founders, in discussions of various aspects of this subject with emphasis on African perspectives and realities. There is no doubt that the experiences of other countries in pension issues will offer valuable lessons that will assist participants in the review and adjustment of their systems and practices in line with global standards. Indeed, there will be broad lessons that could be drawn from specific history, priorities, and dynamics of various pension jurisdictions. For us here in Nigeria, this meeting is taking place at a time of pronounced transformation in all facets of our national life. In the pension sector, we have also made considerable progress in defining and implementing reforms and instituting governance structures based on best global practices. In 2004, the Pension Reform Act was enacted by the Olusegun Obasanjo's administration to address the recurrent challenges experienced in the administration of pension and to enhance efficiency in the system. Of course, the then finance minister and the DG have already explained that. This reform initiative established a contributory pension scheme for the public and private sectors. In 10 years of sustained policy innovation and meticulous management, these have facilitated confidence and credibility in our pension system and administration. It also strengthened our pension institutions as we transit from a deficit of about 2 trillion naira then that's about $12.9 billion, in 2004 to accumulate pension assets of over 4.21 trillion naira, that is about $27.2 billion by March this year. So you can see that within 10 years, if we could move from a deficit of about 2 trillion naira to a positive of 4.21 trillion, that's about $27.2 billion. That means that we agree with the CMA that in another 2 decades, we should get up to $100 billion. Furthermore, as provided by the Act, we have restructured the system of administration of the defined benefit scheme in the public service by setting up the Pension Transitional Arrangement Department that CMA spoke about and appointing its substantive head, the DG, in order to improve the scheme. Our goal is to digitize pension payments and streamline payment procedures to ensure prompt and ease of payment of pension benefits. 6 days ago, I signed into law the new Pension Reform Act 2014. Let me thank the members of the National Assembly for making it possible, which repealed the 2004 Pension Reform Act. The new law seeks to consolidate the gains of reform, address the identified implementation challenges, and provide the enabling legal environment to facilitate the creation of quality instruments through which pension assets could be best invested for infrastructure and real estate development. I'm confident that these fresh initiatives will assist us to consolidate the remarkable achievements recorded by the National Pension Commission, PENCOM, in the implementation of the contributory pension scheme over the last 10 years for the benefit of contributors and the entire economy. It is our expectation that PENCOM will put in place the necessary regulatory and supervisory framework to facilitate and accelerate the objectives of the reform, most especially ensuring the safety of pension assets and hence workers' security in retirement. I believe that other African countries share similar experiences and reform zeal as Nigeria, and it is encouraging that a number of African countries have visited us to understudy our pension reform, share ideas which we believe will help the continent at large. As we commit to share experiences and seek growth, let me conclude by emphasizing that the protection of pension assets for the payment of retirement benefits as and when due should always be our paramount objective. I'm confident that participants will seize the ample opportunity offered by this inaugural World Pension Summit, Africa Special, to reflect and share experiences on how best to fine-tune African pension system to globally acceptable standards while retaining tailored and unique adaptations. Let me also express our own concerns about some of you who came in to Abuja over the weekend. I think one of the co-founders mentioned that the issues about the airport, because we are just trying to resurface the runway, and I think it caused some problems. I think the coordinating minister of the economy, the FCT minister, and the aviation minister must meet that Abuja's second runway must commence next year. On this note, it is my honor to declare open the inaugural edition of the World Pension Summit, Africa Special. I wish you very fruitful deliberations. Thank you all.